So speaking of tentacles, welcome to the Anispective cast where, what, if you're hanging octopus romance, we support you, probably. As long as it's not like breaking any laws or something. And yes, I'm
Uh,
keeping the tentacle bit in the YouTube upload. It'll be fine. There'll be no context. It's great.
fine. Uh, so
God,
yeah.
this
Uh,
this freaking episode.
so have you ever had takoyaki?
No.
Me neither. I want to try it.
Yeah, that sounds about right, honestly.
Because
I
everything in Japanese media leads me to believe that takoyaki is incredible.
I've never actually tried octopus, I don't think. But it's
Ah,
it's probably you're talking the brewing and the
it's good.
ratios and stuff. Yeah, this yeah, I should probably just say strip, yeah, this is a very unserious episode, but it's very fun.
I like the yeah. This goes back to like the really goofy type of Medabots episodes that I
Yeah,
love. I love them.
I love the Robo gang. I really appreciate that we just get an episode where it's hey, here's just someone else doing their own thing, and we just get to hang out with a new character and just, see what their deal is and get a bunch of gags and stuff going.
Yeah, it's actually pretty refreshing that for this entire 3 episode stretch, Rubber Robo Gang is nowhere to be seen.
Yep, and they're showing up after these episodes.
Probably.
Oh yeah, I saw the next episode preview after 30, and it's just oh yeah, no, there's the Rubber Robo Gang baby. He's just there. Yeah, they're just
Oh
gonna
boy,
make their
they're
move
back.
again. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
they're back. I can't wait for him to not be serious again.
Uh, so yeah, episode starts. Icky's hungry. Apparently, he's been hungry constantly recently.
this
And what
this
better way to resolve that than the takoyaki?
the biggest conflict of the episode. Icky is hungry and he needs his octopus. Stop down, B-boy. What's going on?
Yo.
Uh,
Yeah, there's like a whole thing where like his stomach growls and Erica's just like, oh, how embarrassing, growling in front of a lady. He's like, what, a lady where? It's like
God.
first line in the episode, first couple lines in the episode, it's like, oh, this is gonna be a goofy one.
Yeah, we're going there. We're just going there.
Well, actually, the first lines of the episode are, this is a story about like takoyaki and like a love story about takoyaki or something.
It's a love story about takoyaki and octopus. It is an octopus love story. Playing monster stories and fucking hell, I'm having a blast. Oh, heck yeah. Man, from what I played of the demo of stories a while back, it seems really fun. It seems like it's got a lot of polish to it, yo. But yeah, so Icky just finds a takoyaki stand, and everyone's just kind of chilling out, the screws are there, and it's apparently this takoyaki's really good, but Icky tries one, and they're like, oh, it's a great rat, and Icky's like, no. The balance is wrong. It's got too much octopus. You don't understand. You need the balance to reflect the earth itself. It's okay, yeah.
I was curious how they handled this in the dub. They don't call it takoyaki, but they call it octopus balls, which is close enough.
Fair enough, I guess. I guess if you were I want octopus balls and you went to the right restaurant, they would know what you mean.
Yeah. I wonder if takoyaki just means taco is octopus, but what is yaki?
Good question. It might just be referring to the dough or something, because now yakisoba is a thing, and that's a type of soba noodle dish, I think. So it's clearly
Literally?
there's something there. Yeah.
Takoyaki literally translates to octopus grilled / fried. So it's just
Okay, yeah, so it's like fried. Alright, yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah. Learning.
yeah. So yeah, and
Yeah.
apparently, and the wiki like rundown of the episode says that Osaka is actually mentioned. So hey, good on the
Yeah.
dub for not like shying away from mentioning Japan.
Go on the dub for actually including the idea that Japan is a real place where people live.
Looking
Please,
at you,
sir, yeah.
Digimon.
Please, sir, can I order an octopus bull sack?
Hi, buddy.
Oh man, but yeah. So the whole premise of the episode is that Icky is very hungry, and he's like, "No, I need my octopus balls to represent the Earth itself." And no matter what she does, the octopus girl serving the food can't like satisfy him.
Nautico, I think.
Yeah, Nautico. I should actually like bring up the win-loss rate because I actually record their names in this, and that'd probably be very helpful right now. Cause yeah, Icky gets like quite a few wins in these episodes, it feels like. About as many as normal, but still, you know. Yeah, she should be probably like down here. Yeah, Nautico, yeah, and Kanihachi is her Medabot, which I actually got a picture of. It's one of the more interesting, like, ones we've seen, because it's clearly, like, you know, the octopus robot we've seen before, right? Like, the one from the beach episode way back. But,
Mhm.
like, yeah, they've altered the arms, and the entire time, like, is this just a robot that she's, like, altered to be better at serving takoyaki? It's like, no, they just found it like this with changed out arms, and it just happened to be good at takoyaki with these parts.
Well, they could have bought the parts like I don't hmm.
She
Yeah, I don't know
just,
what
yeah.
how did they describe them getting this Medabot? She just found it?
Yeah, I think she just finds it, you know, it was just abandoned or something.
It's weird because it
It's,
would make more
yeah.
sense if like someone related to the restaurant was like, here's a modified Medabot with like a fan arm and like a little chopstick arm or whatever, and it could flip the takoyaki and fan it and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, because that's what you assume, right? That it's like, oh, this thing was like, you know, they just swapped the arms out so it'd be better at making food. And it's like, no, don't seem to be the case.
I think when we see the stat screen of it initially introducing it, it does say it's like a modified
Yeah,
version of whatever
yeah.
the original one is.
The one that looks like head goggles. Oh, heck yeah, it does. But yeah, it's just like she just finds the robot in her backstory while dealing with her drunken father's like his whole problem with ego going to his head and ruining his restaurant business because of his alcoholism.
Yeah. I'm certain that got cut from the dub.
Oh, you bet it did. Just the
I
actual
was
face with his. Yeah, it's a very Gurren Lagann feeling like aesthetic now you mention it, huh? Where it's like the
yeah.
chest is like a face. Yeah. But
Uh
yeah.
I was I was reading up on the translation differences, and in the dub it's less sad that like instead of her father like becoming a drunk and like letting the fame get to his head, he wanted to replace the octopus with corned
Yeah.
beef to lower costs.
Oh, I looked this up. Yeah, that's accurate. That's literally what happened.
Okay, because yeah, when you watch an episode like this, it's like, okay, I want to know what they changed.
Yeah, they changed the octopus to corned beef, and she's like, no, I'm gonna show people the real takoyaki or whatever. Which, honestly, fair enough. That makes about as much sense as anything else. If you're gonna avoid alcoholism, that kind of works.
Yeah, there's a scene where like her father calls her to like rant about some baseball player, and she's just
Yeah.
like, "Are you drunk? Mom told you to stop drinking."
Mom told you only do that after 5. Uh, But yeah,
But
so
yeah,
he's probably into like gambling and stuff. If he's like ranting about like sports and crap, and that's probably like the whole thing.
maybe. Uh, but yeah, apparently the takoyaki is actually pretty good. It's just that Icky is like obsessively critical about takoyaki.
Oh yeah, he is a takoyaki purist. He like he needs his like freaking takoyaki fix and he needs it to be exactly right. And it's like all around him, everyone's literally like, no, this seems like pretty good. Yeah, this seems alright, you know, I know what the problem. Yeah, it seems pretty good to me. And he's like, no, it's not perfect. He's like, I will not rest until I meet the perfect takoyaki.
If Icky wasn't so obviously deadly serious about this, I would assume he's like if Icky was a worse person, I would just think that he's like scamming her out of free food.
Yeah, this. What I also really like about this is that he's like really like hard about it. And he's like really critical, and you see him in his room. And he's like still obsessing over it after like that day. And he's like, no, but she's so close to crafting it. I'm sure she can make it. I'm sure she can make the perfect takoyaki. You know, he's like, what she made was delicious, but it wasn't there yet. She can get better.
Yeah, Medabots just like sitting in front of the TV, like playing a video game or something. He's like, are you still obsessing about this takoyaki thing?
Listen, I'm a robot who can enjoy food. Clearly it's not that big of a deal, right? No! Takoyaki is everything.
Yeah, yeah, he's just like, what's the big deal about this stuff? It's like, oh man. But yeah,
weirdly it kind of works out.
Yeah. They spend like the entire like first day like of Icky criticizing the takoyaki.
Yeah,
and so like Nadeko just like stays up all night trying to perfect like the ratios and everything. Icky obsesses about it in his room. Cut to the next day, and they happen to run across her again.
Yeah.
Kitty. Let's see. I can't remember. I think the screws are there again.
Yeah, it's like the night of. It's like, all right, she's like, yo, obsessed with making a perfect takoyaki, and she's like, oh, I need to do this. I need to make him enjoy them. And she's like, stops, and she's like, oh my god, I'm in love with him.
Yeah, okay. I couldn't remember when that part happens.
No way, it happens on the second day. I'm wrong. Yeah.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, because the first night, you know, she's like, you know, obsessing over it. And it's like, yeah, she's like throwing the takoyaki, and Icky's like, no, it's not good enough. Again, yo, again. And he's like, yo, he's like, no, it's like the breading's like too thick. Again, no, the spices are wrong. Again. And she just throws so many takoyakis at him that Icky just becomes fat. And he's just.
Yeah, she's just like. She's like, if you eat any more, your stomach will explode. It's just like,
yeah, I will not rest until I've met the perfect takoyaki.
Yeah, and it's at this moment that she like realizes that she's fallen in love with like his obsession with takoyaki, and it's like, oh boy.
She looks at the swollen, dying like husk of a man driven by obsession, and a thirst for perfection, driven by pure, unashamed ego to satisfy his tastes. And she's like, oh yeah.
I do like that she immediately says out loud, it's like, oh, I've fallen in love with you, and like everything just stops. It's just like,
yeah,
it's so funny.
Gives her a look, and he's just like, what? Look,
I think it's
ramen. Oh, that's cute. Yeah.
I think it's funny because it like zooms out to show Icky in full, like looking like a bloated, like looking awful, and it's just like, I don't know. It's just really funny to me.
Man. Yeah, he really tried his best, huh? But yeah, they just... God, I should probably speed through this a little bit. But it's like, yeah, they the whole thing, they like, just go through it all, like, Icky's like, wait, I'm not ready for a relationship. She learns that he's like the number 3 rogue battler, and she's like, wait, but I also want to be the top rogue battler in the tournament in Japan. I also want to be the best like no one ever was, so I can promote my business. This means I'll have to crush Icky to accomplish my dream. Oh no!
Oh no, which is stronger, her desire to advertise or her love for Icky?
Or is it her love for the takoyaki? As when the narrator just comes back and he's like, oh yeah, I told you this was a story about takoyaki romance.
Yeah, it's like I wasn't kidding.
Determination cause get you someone, yeah. Listen, the meme about like someone just ranting like a madman about something is like the girl is just like, oh, I'm so into this. That is so real. If you are passionate about crap, you will find people who like it. Oh man. Just don't be like weird. Yeah, don't be weird or anything. But yeah,
don't be weird about it. So yeah, they go and talk, and this is when she reveals like her backstory about her like super successful father getting an ego, and like their restaurant starts to fail, and so she wants to travel Japan to sell their takoyaki. And then it's like Medabots like, the way you're talking makes it sound like you're really confident in your abilities, like you're really strong. And she's like, oh, I am. That's why I'm having such a hard time like with this.
Yeah.
Let's see, do they fight this part, or is it like another day goes by?
It's the 3rd day where they fight, and she like challenges him to an actual like battle and explains their situation and everything.
Okay.
Just in her little tent house living by the Mario warp pipes. Yeah, they finally get to the actual Robal, and it's like, okay, she's like, I've got an idea. She's like, all right, I'm going to beat you in a Robal, because if Icky doesn't have to like fight, then I can win the tournament, and then he can stay at home helping me with the takoyaki, and we can be like a couple forever, and we can get married.
Yeah, she straight up proposes marriage to him, and they're just like, but you're a kid. And it's like, you guys are too. It's like, you're all 10. This is crazy.
Yeah. Said Knowles likes Digimon. I'm sure people like Digimon, yeah. An image of like, which part?
Yeah, what exactly?
But yeah,
the warp pipes.
No, unfortunately I don't. Maybe it's a background of this, actually. Oh, yeah. I don't have one of the battle, actually, because it's like, it's very kind of like, it's mostly a gag, honestly.
Yeah, you see this more than the actual fight.
Yeah. Like,
so yeah, comedically, they're like, she's like trying to coerce Icky into a battle, and Mr. Referee shows up, and nobody's listening to Icky's protests. Like Mr. Referee comes spinning out of the ground with a drill on his head.
No, like, that's later. That's a different episode.
Is it?
Yeah, that's 30. Yeah.
How does he appear in this one, then?
He just appears at the takoyaki stand. They look over, he's just got a plate of food, and he's like, oh yeah, do both contestants agree? Okay, then let's do it. I'm going real, it's kind of funnier that way. He just appears as a customer.
Like,
they look over, and the 3rd one, he just spins out of the ground with a drill hat, and Gurren logins it up. Because they're just at a random playground, and he just drills through the ground and just appears before them.
I gotta pull up the episode because I'm almost certain it's this one, but maybe you're right.
Yeah, no, I've chronicled where I got the images. I'm sure of it.
Okay.
Yeah, they start the fight, and it's like, Iki's clearly against it, but, the referee's like, alright, does everyone consent? And Iki's like, no, and he's like, okay, then row battle start. And I did, so you continues to, yeah, exactly. It's like, he just starts, like, fighting the octopus, like he's getting ready to throw down. And then immediately he's like, wait, why is no one doing the orders? It's looks over and they're all at the Takoyaki stand. Like, he's just like, oh no, I instinctively just started eating the Takoyaki again. And the girl's like, oh no, I instinctively started making the Takoyaki again. And this is the fight. The battle is that both contestants are like struggling to actually focus on the fight, and they keep going back to making and eating takoyaki. Like, there's some cool stuff, like, the octopus, like, uses his fan to, like, smack Icky in the face, like, it becomes, like, a prop fan or whatever. He, like, creates a little, like, tornado at some point. But it's, like, a lot of it's just, like, this gag, and Icky's just struggling to, like, like, actually pay attention to the fight because he's busy with the takoyaki. Oh, God.
Okay, my bad, you're right. He just shows up and he's eating the takoyaki.
Yeah, it's so good.
Okay, yeah.
I should mention, there's one bit we forgot that's really funny.
Did we?
Yeah, because there's a bit on the second day when Mebby's like, he's kind of done with stuff, and he sees, the card, and he's like, oh no, and he, tries to run away, and you'd clearly tell he's, not getting anywhere, and you just zooms out, he's just running in place because the smell refuses to let him leave. The takoyaki is too compelling.
Can't escape it, man.
Can't escape from crossing fate. Rebel 1. Fry him up! Oh, man. But yeah, eventually...
Yeah, they're trying to have the fight. It just keeps cutting back to them at the stand, not paying attention to the fight. And Medabots just like, are we having this fight or not? It's
like, no, it's not right. The thickness isn't quite there yet. And Mr. Referee's like, I don't know, I think it's really good.
Yeah, Mr. Referee is always on the side of I don't know, everyone else, where it's just I don't know, I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, he's like, maybe your preferences are just kind of subjective, And he's like, no, it's not good enough.
It's not perfect.
I'm gonna be honest, as dull as this is, it really is kind of adorable. It's of course, they're not gonna get together, he's probably gonna get with Erica, but it's I can see it. I think that'd be a cute end for them. They're just throwing balls out, and it's eventually Icky, he eats one, and she's just freaking out, and he's like, wait a second. This is it. This is the Earth.
It's perfect.
It's the proportions of the planet itself, just all living together in harmony in the vastness of space with the endless universe. And I'm gonna be real, I did not think Medabots would go to space like this. I guess we already had the satellite, but this is such a trigger moment. Holy crap. Just, oh my god. It's just cheese.
Yeah, there's like a shot. It might be this exact shot actually, where like Icky is slowly like panning down, and like the
Yeah.
Takoyaki like overlaps with the planet. It's
Yeah,
like
it's this shot. Or laughs at the planet, and the planet just becomes the Takoyaki. It's just glowing gold. And then the octopus's tornado just sucks it off. And he sucks up the other Takoyaki balls. And he just freaks out. He's like, oh no, I'll never get a chance to eat these again.
and Nadeko's just like, I didn't get a chance to write down the proportions.
So Icky just has like a face. This really is the most trigger bullcrap. Holy crap.
There's a couple of good moments. There's like another one in the next episode.
Yeah,
like, there's some good moments where they
log it.
Yeah, where they just draw the faces like differently or with extra detail, and it's just really funny.
God, just look at this, like the angles and shit. He's so pissed.
He kind of looks like Simon, doesn't he?
He really does look like Simone. Oh god, it's really goofy because for other reasons. We were just talking about Gurren Lagann earlier today, and holy crap, that show's great.
Yeah, there's like a Twitter thing where it's like it's just like an account that lists random people to fight each other, I guess, and it's like Frieza versus Gurren Lagann, or not Gurren Lagann, but Simon. And it's like, well, he has like the mech, and he's like. It's a whole thing. I'm not going to get into it now, but it's ridiculous.
Dal Bebo has a question. Are we ever going to do Evangelion?
I don't know.
I think it's on the table, yeah. I'd like to do it, I've got some stuff to say about that. I think it'd be fun. It'd be up to Lucky, though, because, like, I've seen the series before. Like, I talked about my experiences on the, like, streams a while back, although those sections are probably, like, just wherever by now, so good luck finding them. But, like, I remember, like, I had a lot of fun with it. But it's also, like, a very different vibe from what we usually do. And it's like, yeah, if Lucky's not into it, I'm not really gonna push for it or whatever, I think. Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, I think it'd be, like, a fun one,
We might. I mean, Medabots is kind of a thing that I was pushing for, so maybe we'll do Evangelion.
Yeah, maybe next we'll do, like, Extros Wars, and when we get through that, or get to a good stopping point, we can do, like, Ava or whatever. Talk about depression and Rod's eating alien flesh. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because we still gotta keep trucking through Digimon.
God, there's some great reveals in Ava, and some great little details that you don't even really notice until you think about it, and you're like, oh, wait, that's how this works? Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, man, but that'd be a fun one. But yeah, so he just gets really pissed. He's like, no, Mubby, destroy that octopus! And
annihilate him.
He just jumps into the air and just punches him apart in one blow. Like, he just punches through the tornado just immediately.
Yeah, once again we see the thing where like the human partner's like emotions get like imprinted onto their partner Medabot. It's like Medabots gets super serious and just annihilates him.
Yeah. Like, more of the actual Avas, yeah. I don't know if you're, like, actually asking her if that's, like, one of the things you're, like, talking about. Because I can answer that, and oh, holy crap, that is, like, a weird, crazy reveal.
I know what one of them is. I don't know why.
Yeah, I'm sure you've, like... I'm sure you've heard the meme of, like, oh, yeah, freaking Shinji's just piloting his mom or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm all too aware of that. I just don't know why or how.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, you don't really get, like, a very clear answer, but basically it's like angel bullshit,
Yeah, okay.
It's just angel bullshit and like genetics and cloning and crap. It's like, okay, yeah, it just kind of works out that it's like based on her like DNA or whatever the crap. It's something like that. It's like her
Weird.
soul is in the robot or something, if I remember right. Yeah, that's what it is. It's like her soul is in it.
It's the freaking Shaman King golem.
Yeah, the Avas are just the freaking golem, and they're just going out of control and shooting laser beams everywhere. Oh man.
Uh, but yeah, Octopus Medabot that I just don't remember the name of, unfortunately. Hachi something. He gets totally wrecked. Icky and Natako are like, okay, yeah, but she'll get it one day and like good luck and whatever, and then they leave.
Pretty
cut
much.
to Natako selling takoyaki elsewhere, where some other random dude walks up and he criticizes her takoyaki, and she's like, "Who are you?" And he's just like, I'm just a guy who likes takoyaki or whatever." And she's just like, she falls in love with this guy.
I will pause. This isn't just some random dude. We've seen this guy before.
I know, but I don't know where. I was like,
he is also the random guy that Kikuhime fell for at the end of the romance episode.
Oh my god, you're right.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's really funny. If this dude
from place to place, just doing nothing weird at all, and kids just keep falling for him because he's a pretty boy.
I kind of hope he shows up in like a real capacity at some point, but it's also funny if he's just a gag character.
Oh man, first I was just like, he's like, he's kind of like some detail to him. It's like, I wonder if he's gonna be like, the space Medabot or X guy or something. And I'm like, wait a second. Oh my god, he's the guy. He's the guy.
Yeah, because in the Kikuhime episode, you could be like, oh well, they drew him like really like nice and detailed, so it's just like, look how hot he is, and then it's like, no, they did that because he's gonna keep coming back, at least as a gag character.
That's great. It's so good.
But yeah, this episode was really fun. I liked it.
All right, we should probably move on because I don't have a ton of time, or I'll keep people waiting. Yeah, that's why I was kind of trying to push us through this episode.